how badly do you want what you want? How badly do you want it? Or do you want it at all? You see, there's an awful lot of people who want an awful lot of things. But how badly do they want it? If you want it so badly, if you want it with tremendous intensity of desire, there's really nothing in the world that can stop you from getting it. There's an interesting story was told about Socrates, and Socrates was talking to one of his students, and the student said, I am hungry for knowledge. What can I do to increase my knowledge? And Socrates said, knowledge is something that is readily available and easy to get if you want it bad enough. He said, I'm sure I want it badly enough. And Socrates said, come with me. And he walked him offshore into the ocean. And they got about 3 or 4 feet. And Socrates, a very, very strong man, grabbed the young man and put his head under the water. And the young man began to struggle and struggle and struggle and finally became incredibly frantic and finally brought him up. And he said, now what did you want while you were under the water? And he said, all I wanted was air. He said, all I could think of in the whole world was air. He said, when you want knowledge with the same intensity that you wanted that oxygen, you will get all the knowledge that you could desire. And when you want anything with great intensity, if you have the desire, you'll get it.
Oh man, I should have done more. I should have worked out harder. I should have worked out more often. I shouldn't have skipped so many times. I should have actually stuck to a diet. And it's so many I should have statements, and there's nothing you can do about it. Let's not kid ourselves. You got 10 years in your 20s. You got 10 years in your 30s. You got 10 years in your 40s, and they disappear, right? And there's no undoing what happened during them. So if that's the case, and you're at least reasonably concerned with how you're gonna feel personally about your life in the future, then at least in some small vector or field, I think it's an awesome idea to go crazy hard at something and really push yourself to at least what you might call the limit on any given sort of thing. Because at least in the future, you'll have something to look back on and think, all right, yeah, either that was freaking badass, or you can at least say, yeah, I was a total gym nut in my 20s. I don't know what I was thinking, it was crazy. But you're never going to look back and think, man, I went too hard. How many times are people going to say in the future, man, I wish I slacked off more? It never happens.
And what you have to understand is people don't really want it. They may say they do, and they may think they do, but they get under that squat rack, and that's when their back starts to hurt. That's when they've had a long day. They didn't have a long day blasting music in the car on the ride here drinking their pre. No, now they've had a long day when they got under that squat rack. You have to want it as bad as you want air in the deep end of a pool. You have to want it as bad as you want to breathe. Otherwise, I guarantee you there is someone that wants it more.
Figure out what you want, ignore the opinions of others, and do so much volume that it would be unreasonable that you would be unsuccessful.
You wake up, right to work. Immediately your mind is in action.
Wake up and grind. Wake up and grind. Wake up and grind. Every day. That's the method.
You gotta f***ing fight. You're gonna have days where you don't wanna do anything. You're gonna have days where getting out of bed is the hardest motherfucking thing you ever did in your life. You gotta get the f*** up and you gotta get in the f***ing fight.
If you get up every single day and put your mind to something, how could you really believe that you won't win? It's not possible.
When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. You don't care about no basketball game. You don't care what's on TV. You don't care about nobody calling you. You don't care about a party. The only thing you care about when you're trying to breathe is to get some fresh air. That's it. And when you get to the point where all you want to do is be successful as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful.
And you get up and you go, even if it gets knocked down, you just keep going, you're a wild man. And life has never been so sweet. It's time to unwrap the potential you can be. It's within you. It's within every single one of us. And the people that have risen to that level were no different than any one of us. It's just they believed it and they're willing to work their ass off to get it. It wasn't about the potential. It wasn't about the genetics. It was about the perseverance. And it wasn't about being the hardest worker in the room. That's what got him there. And it didn't happen overnight.
I'm not talented. It was life and death. Either you live or you die. Which one do you want, Tom? That was the decision. But if you want something bad enough, you can't let anybody tell you you can't do something. I'll repeat that. If you want something bad enough, you can't let anybody tell you you can't do something. Not even yourself. A lot of days I'm like, oh, you can't do this, Tom. Bullshit! Let me show you. I would have arguments with myself. I could do it. People doubted me. I doubted myself sometimes too. But you know what? That's what it takes. To do anything successfully in life, you've got to want it as bad as you want to breathe. And if you want it that bad, if you're willing to give it that much, you get a big piece of what you want.